What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and it's another day and another terrible interaction for the Beanie compound. Only this time, things are a lot worse. And of course, tips are now rolling in. We've got several good leads. Bunch of people who think it was Jack. Definitely isn't Jack. And also Ethan Klein weighing in literally on the conversation with another first grade take. It was probably written by Hassan for him to tweet out. Either that or he literally can't read. Now, last night, I've talked about this at length before. You know, people, by the way, if you watched my video yesterday, I put 10,000 of my own dollars on the line to for information leading to the arrest of who's behind this. I've had some good leads. I've also had some hate mail. It's all fun. It's all good, but it's concerning. I am worried about the recent escalation and perhaps the next level that may be hit here. Last night, Tim tweeted, and I also talked to him behind the scenes. I don't think I'll share exactly what he told me, but this is kind of enough here, I think. He wrote, last night, they got swatted twice. Now, to be clear, he was swatted the night before as well. But there was also a third incident that I don't think necessarily counts as swatting, but someone called in a gas leak, which resulted in the fire department and medical being forced to gear up. Now, again, I've talked about this at length, how there's two obvious issues I have with swatting. Even if I think like the trolling and stuff like that can go too far, it's like one of those things that's relatively harmless in most cases. This is something that could get innocent people hurt, and that's not okay. You have the situation now where you have, you know, the city where he lives isn't exactly huge. So dispatching fire resources across town, what if something had happened on the other side of town and there were short people to handle it? Absolutely, potentially heartbreaking disaster that would have happened. Obviously, the same risk exists with police being forced to show up. And this is just if something terrible doesn't happen. You know, you get some rookie out there who, you know, is a little, has the adrenaline pumping or something, or, you know, now Tim has his own armed security, so there could be some sort of interaction there that would end very badly. The point of swatting is it's often done to people who are on live stream so that the person who does it can enjoy watching it happen in real time. I've often thought, you know, I'm not sure if I would announce it as often as Tim is, but I can't say why I wouldn't do that. I guess the idea is that, you know, for the same reason when, like, you know, people do something, let's say somebody shows up at my house, I don't make a video about that because that would just encourage more bad behavior, or like give them the validation that they want, you know, or they vandalize my property or something like that. I feel like it would be encouraging more. I do think that's what's happening with Tim, because the more he talks about it, the more this person seems to be escalating. Now, also, I don't know if he said this or not, but one of the other incidents was at his personal home last night, and that address is less widely known. Yes, you can find almost anyone's address if you really want to, but the groups linked to putting out that address is a much smaller group, a group that is currently being looked into, and a group that information is being gathered on. But this type of thing is really tough to narrow down. Let's just be honest. It's not easy. There are a lot of tools people can use between spoofing, IP spoofing, VPNs, and online services, and all sorts of stuff like that. Automated calls, which is, you know, one of the things they've done that, like, it's really hard to really find these people. But when they are found, they face real legal consequences. In this particular case, Tim filled in afterwards and said, fortunately, the cops already knew this was a bogus and prevented dispatch. Now, the more this person does it, I imagine they're going to get and continue to escalate too. If you want to know about the legalities of it, there are some instances where a person wants the drama and humor of what he or she considers a joke or a prank. However, some of these issues become incidents with the possible of death or life-threatening issues. The damage caused by the prank caller ends in disaster if police arrive on the property and something, happens very bad. There are serious legal consequences that start with an arrest. In these situations, the person pranking law enforcement may face a litany of charges. And I have this archive here. This dude, now, I know the person that's doing this is watching my videos. Is it worth spending the rest of your life in prison? Seriously, think about that. I get that you don't like Tim or you don't like his ideas or whatever, but it's the same thing that I said to a trespasser on my property. If you watch my videos, that I'm a 2A guy. That I carry. You're on my property, and I'm not saying that would be a situation I would ever want, but it's in the middle of the night. You never know what could happen. What were you thinking? And, that's when tears started. But it's I don't want to be in that situation either. But if some weirdo's lurking around my house in the middle of the night, I'm going to investigate that. And something terrible could happen over something stupid, over internet beef. So if I can appeal to the person who's doing this, as far as I know right now, there's no arrest been made. But is that what you're waiting for? Are you waiting for something truly bad to happen and have your entire life thrown away? This stuff is not a joke. At least have some sympathy and understand that you're putting other, you don't like Tim. Let's just say I even get on board with the whole pranking stuff. It's not even a prank. It's a crime. You're putting other people who you don't even know at serious risk of having something really bad happen to them. Or not being able to get help when they need it. Do you care about that at all? Do you care about getting 20, 30 years in prison? I know you can say it in front of your boys or people on the internet. Yeah, I don't care. So what? I hear they got Flamin' Hot Cheetos in there. I don't care. I'm telling you, it ain't great. When you're talking about this, you're talking about getting them cheeks clap prison. You're not talking about going into county. So, and then you want to tell all those people in there why you're there? I made prank phone calls. Please don't constantly pummel me every day and steal my canteen. You gonna have anybody putting money on your books? You're gonna be forgotten. All the people that you're trying to impress here, they will forget you. And when you get arrested, and you will if you continue this, they're going to laugh at you. You understand that, right? You understand that the very same people cheering you on right now are going to laugh at you and call you an idiot when you get arrested. And then they're going to forget about you a minute later. If you're trying to get in, trying to impress somebody or you're getting caught up in it, listen to me. They don't care about you. You are just a meme to them. You're not accomplishing anything, and you're going to ruin your life. And that's best case scenario now, because you've done it enough times where they're going to be continuing to investigate this even if you stop right now. Look, I was young too. When I was young, I remember putting this kid we used to pick on, put his mom's phone number in a spicy chat room for guys to call for some one-on-one conversations. And like, that was stupid too, because some weirdo looks up the phone number, finds the address. I didn't know what I was doing. Cop showed up at my house about an hour later. But like, I get it. You're probably young. You're probably a guy. You're probably a loner. You probably think everything sucks. But don't ruin your life, dude. And like, the prevailing opinion is that it's some leftist. I don't even care if we have different politics. Don't do this. Like, you're not accomplishing anything. The cops aren't going to continue to show up. All you're doing is increasing your rap sheet. I don't understand it. And like, the level of tips that are coming in, like, I'm going to get information soon. And like, that's going to get passed to authorities, and you're going to get in big trouble. For what? You could just stop now and tune out. Don't be like these kids that are going to jail, ruining their lives. And by the way, if it's an adult, I got nothing for you. I hope if you're an adult, okay, I hope that you get the maximum penalty, because you should know better. If you're some weird super soldier who's sticking it to the man, I hope that you get a nice, warm cellmate. You spend every night with your back against the wall trying to protect yourself over phone calls. You clown. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.